So today what we're talking about is we're continuing the series that I started a few days ago. Thought I was going to do the whole video in one day. Turns out the first point was one video. And so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of like doing 1 point per day. And so I've got today, and then we'll probably do another one on Monday, just a heads up. So anywho, how to quit your job and never look back. Volume 4, I think. And so let's go ahead and hop into it. So what I've already talked about so far is when I quit my job, that was in 2016. What I did, the things that were goof ups for me, right? And then also some things that I did right. And so like I went through that. That was, I think, day one. Then I went into exactly what I did. Day two. Yesterday was more about how you continue to refine as you go. That's an important thing, and to not feel like you have to see it through completely. Hi, Nora. That you don't have to see it through completely whenever you start, whatever it is that you're working on. If you at any point are like, I feel like I should be doing something different, then don't stick with the thing that you think you need to be doing just so you say you did. That's like counterintuitive, okay? So anywho, today what we're going to be talking about is basically the solid, the thing, hey darling, I see you. The thing that I created, what I did, and then also what I did alongside it to make it sustainable. So as I was bobbing and weaving, I was able to actually make that happen. Does that make sense? I feel like that was just word soup. I think you guys get it though, but it'll make more sense as I'm talking. So what I did is I created a service, right? A way that I was going to be able to help people, which is, if you're in anything of mine, that's what I'm always talking about. I'm not talking about here, make a bunch of money first. I'm talking about here, serve people, help them do a thing first. And even more today, you hear many people sort of behind curtains, so to speak. You don't necessarily hear it out in public, but behind curtains in closed doors or behind closed doors, you hear a lot of people don't necessarily want to learn a lot of things anymore. They want you to push the button for them, right? Like there are people that's just a bigger thing. Now, do you need to, as an infopreneur, that we teach things that we've done, do you need to also have that in your arsenal, so to speak? Yes, absolutely, because that's how they know that you know what you're talking about, right? But then ultimately at the top of that arsenal, what you need to have is you need to have a way for you to be able to push the button for people, okay? So the thing that they want done, they want to learn enough about it to know that you know what you're talking about and they can trust you. And then at the end, they want you to do it for them, if you can, if you have the capacity to do that. And so when I started out, I've never heard of anybody just quitting their job and starting an SEO agency before or since, but that's what I did. Right? So I worked for GoDaddy for a little over 5 years in leadership. And hey guys, I see you coming on. And so then I realized that I had a weird gift, right? I had a weird ability to know Google's algorithms and to know how they were changing before Google even made the announcement, which then sets you on the cutting edge, so to speak, of being able to get ahead of everybody else before they all start following the puck. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's trying to pay attention to where the puck is going. And so like if you know where it's going before anybody else does, then you can make those changes and you can show up better, faster, okay? And so that's what I'm able to do. It's one of the things that, it's just a weird gift. It's just a weird gift. I can't really attribute it to anything. It's just a weird gift. And so because of that, I started an SEO agency whenever I left GoDaddy, because I was like, well, I really know how to do this. And so let me go ahead and do it. And so yesterday we talked, yesterday and the day before, we talked about, I also know AI changes a lot. Yeah. There's some real cool stuff coming up. But those are two things. It's just straight geekery. It's geekery. But sidetracked. You say AI, and I'm like, ooh, there I go, off into the distance. It's ADD. Anyway, so whenever yesterday and the day before, I talked about how I had the SEO agency and I got my first clients. Right. What I want you guys to think about today is I want you to think about what's a service that you can offer that you know how to do that that people are literally looking for. And so now, obviously, with HBR, Home-Based Revolution, I literally teach you how to build what I've built, right? So the multiple income streams from home, using what you already know in a very easy way. What I did is I also added in, right? I also added in pushing a button for you. So if you're in HBR, you already know the business. It's like I teach you how to do a thing and then I push the button for you. And then I teach you how to do a thing and then I push the button for you. That's HBR. It's both of them combined, where it's like, here's what you do to get that result. It's awesome. It's awesome. So anywho, you need to think, what is something I can show people how to do? How can I also push the button for them? Okay? And so that's what I really want you to be focusing on today, is that, right? Because whenever I left my job, I started with nothing. But then I created this service, and I started actually taking on customers before I even had a website. So don't let that kind of thing stand in your way either. If you have something that's going to help people, get in front of them, show them that you can help them, and then let them know that you're available to push the button. That's technically agency work, but really it's service, right? It's service work. And so that's what I want you to be thinking about today. That's the big takeaway going into the weekend. That's why I was hoping to get this on a Friday. It's because going into the weekend, I want you to be thinking, okay, what is the thing that I can help people do, and how can I push the button for them, right? And that's it. That's it for today. Also, actually, no, it's not. I'm just kidding. The secondary thing is that I also had affiliate marketing already going. You know this if you've been watching these videos. I already had affiliate marketing going as well. So I had the service and I had affiliate marketing going at the same time. So I was already starting to build up residual income as I was setting up my, time for money income of agency work, right? And so like those both were starting together. So just think about making sure that you've got those two things working in tandem, because it takes the stress off of both. That's the really cool part, is it takes the stress off of both. Okay, I love you guys. Adios. Bye-bye.